Hey folks, this is Kelani. Welcome back to another video where we're going to have a bit of a chat about what's going on this week and what we can expect from the week to come. So one of the big things that happened this week, which we didn't cover in a different video, was artifact knowledge is not actually going to stop as we first expected it would. So when we first heard about artifact knowledge starting up again for the current patch, we were told it would stop again on March 26th, and that would be the end of artifact knowledge for the foreseeable future, and we'd have a cap of 50, and after patch 8.2 it wouldn't increase because everything about the Heart of Azeroth is going to change. Well, that's no longer the case. Artifact knowledge will continue to increase and reduce the amount of artifact power we need to level up our amulets for the next 4 weeks. So we're going to get another 4 resets worth of basically easier artifact power farming. So I do apologize, I said it was going to be as easy and fast as possible right now for artifact power. That's not really true. It is going to continue to get easier and continue to get faster. So if all you want to do is wait, and it might seem lazy or it might sound like it's going to take even longer if you just wait, but you can actually just wait for artifact knowledge to stop again, and then it would be the easiest and fastest that it would ever be, and you can probably get to 50 much faster than the people who actually did it before. So obviously they'll get there first, but you won't have to put as much time in to actually get to the same goal. And I think that's the whole point of this. So right now it does take quite a bit of effort, quite a bit of time to get to that 50 cap on your amulet. It's still a lot of artifact power no matter how you look at it if we didn't get these extra 4 weeks of artifact knowledge. Now that we do have those extra weeks, the amount of artifact power that you're going to need is significantly reduced. It's something like 30% every single week every time artifact knowledge goes up or reduces it or whatever you want to call it, and we're going to get another 4 installments of them. That's pretty huge. That's pretty huge. So if you want to wait and just get this all done in 4 weeks time, I wouldn't blame you. I probably won't get to 50 before then, but the cap of 50 does still stand. So essentially, Blizzard are actually just letting us get to their cap, the 50 on your Heart of Azeroth amulet, faster and easier than we would have otherwise. I guess not many people were at a point where they would reach 50 before 8.2 comes around, or something similar, so they're giving us an extra little boost to get that done. For any collectors out there, there's a new statue to add to your mini collection, although I do believe these ones are not so mini. These are quite large statues. We've had Illidan, we've had Sylvanas, and now you can add Jaina Proudmoore to your collection. So if you've got $350 to spend, or rather to just throw away on a statue, which might find a pretty place to, just stand. I guess that's all really statues do, but if you're a collector and you've got $350, this might be something you're interested in. Personally, I don't, look behind me, I don't have anywhere to put it. If I had a big shelf, nice fancy shelf with all of these statues and collectibles, maybe I would, but that's not in the books right now. Maybe we'll have that in the future and I can make a nice background instead of what we've got for now, but if you like statues, Jaina might be something you're interested in, although it does look a little bit iffy, doesn't it? I mean, the face, it doesn't look like Jaina, although saying that, a lot of things don't really look like what they're supposed to look like when you compare things from books and comics and in-game and cinematics, and they kind of have a different face no matter what you're doing, but this one doesn't look all too amazing, in my opinion. I'm not all thoroughly impressed, and I saw a few Reddit posts talking about the same thing and a few people trying to fix it, and I have to say, this image from one of the Reddit posts, I think, looks quite a bit better, so I'm not too sure. I mean, the Sylvanas one had a few issues from what I remember, and that was more structural, I think. People were getting them broken a lot, and they were arriving broken, which obviously is incredibly disappointing when you spend so much money on this kind of thing. But I think both Illidan and Sylvanas did a better job when compared to this Jaina statue. But I'm not a collector. I'm not going to spend that much money on something I can't even display nicely right now, so maybe that's not something that bothers you too much, but personally I don't really think it's worth the cash. And then the other big thing this week was obviously April Fools. I mean, I don't know what you guys are talking about. That last video that I put up, that was super serious business, and everybody's just saying it was something to do with April Fools. I mean, okay, yeah, it was April Fool's, and I had a lot of fun actually making that video. I had this idea a little bit ago, so I was happy that I could do something for April Fool's this year. I know I wanted to do something last year, but I couldn't quite get things to work the way I wanted, so I had to miss out on that one. But I think it worked out really well this year, and I'm glad that a lot of you are enjoying it. There's a bit of a mixed reaction though, I would say. A lot of people seem to love the idea, love that I actually did an April Fool's joke, and threw the salami thing in there. We won't see that very often. Just to warn you now, maybe we will, I don't know, we'll see. But you know, it's kind of funny seeing people get a little angry, and I can't really blame you. I mean, Rickroll was the height of this, right, where you're supposed to get something and you got something completely different, but it's not, I don't think it's that bad. I like April Fools. I can't trust anything at all on April Fool's Day, of course you shouldn't, but it's kind of, you know, you see something, you get excited, and then you realize what day it is, so I don't know, I had a lot of fun making it, and I actually did trip up myself a few times. The Wowhead one got me, because, you know, I've been waiting for patch 8.2 on the PTR for so long now. Any hint of that happening, and I was getting super excited, and I was reading through it, and I was talking to Nadal, I was like, oh my gosh, patch 8.2 is finally going on the PTR. Bit of a weird day to do it, didn't really think of the date, and then I kept going. I was like, oh, Lightforged Undead, Lightbound Undead. Yeah, this is pretty cool. They've been talking about this for a while. It's probably one of the most likely allied races to happen. And then I kept going. And then I kept going, and she pointed out, you know, this looks fake. I was like, this isn't fake. Patch 8.2 has to be on the PTR. I've been waiting for this for so long, and it's fake. Thanks, Wowhead. Thanks, Wowhead. And then Blizzard, of course, did their typical patch note, I guess. It was a little light this year. I know they did something with Murloc and Murglish and being able to translate all of their websites into Murloc speak, which was kind of cool. And then the typical patch notes were a little light, but they were quite funny. You can tell they've been keeping up to date with some of the more recent memes and throwing them in whenever they can. Hopefully the April Fool's video didn't get you too badly and you had a lot of fun with it like I did. We'll do another one next year. Hopefully we might go a little further next year depending on how much we can plan ahead. It does take quite a bit of planning to make something big happen on just a single day, so we'll see how things go, but hopefully Salami can come back and make something different. Something cool and something which is obviously going to fool you. But that was really everything that happened this week. It was a bit of a light one really, but I would fully expect something to happen this week relating to patch 8.2 and the PTR. I know I sound like a broken record at this point, but it has to happen. It has to come very soon, either this week or the week after, and hopefully it's in a really good shape, because if we just get patch 8.2 and they do it really slowly and we get barely anything on the PTR when it first goes up, I'm going to be really worried. I really think patch 8.2 is going to be the huge boost that the game needs to get a lot of players back, get us back in the running for being a decent MMO, and, you know, carry us forward into the next expansion, hopefully. But it's all riding on 8.2 right now, and I just wish we could get our hands on it, just test it, and see how much we actually have to work with here, because it promises to be a huge patch, something larger than 8.1 and 8.1.5 potentially put together, and we've got all the new zones and all the new areas and quests and, you know, the new types of content, and the Heart of Azeroth is changing entirely. There's just so much riding on this patch. If they do it right, it's going to be amazing. If they do it wrong, it's probably going to be the end of BFA for, you know, the foreseeable future. But it's not on the PTR. Hopefully it will come this week, and then we can finally get to testing and get to videos and all that good stuff. I would also expect to see the start of the Crucible of Storms quest lines come sometime soon, either this week or the week after, because that raid opens up within 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks when this video goes up, at least if I did this right. So, you know, we're getting there. We're getting to Crucible of Storms, and I think they would like to have more of a ramp up than just 1 week. I would think anyway, so maybe you'll be able to go out and do a Naga attack when this video is up and get your Pearl thing, or whatever it is, which starts the questlines for the Crucible of Storms. If not this week, then definitely next week, so that's something to watch out for. But as I said, it's been a bit of a light week, so that's it for this video. Which April Fool's joke was your favourite from the WoW community? Did you get fooled for anything else big on the internet? Leave all your thoughts in the comment section below. A big thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon. You can see their names floating by on screen. If you want to join these lovely guys and gals, you can find a link in the description below. Remember to leave a like just below the video before you leave, and if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. But apart from that, thanks for watching folks, good luck and have fun, and as always, I will see you next time.